The FIM International 6 Days of Enduro is the original team motorsport. For over 100 years, it's been the ultimate off-road test of man and machine. With more than 1,000 kilometers of riding, the top competitors are well aware of the need to take care of themselves, both mentally and physically, for the event's full duration.
It is the ultimate enduro race. It's 6 days. There's no longer enduro race for off-road bikes, so it's tough. We have to complete 300 k's a day, and we can spend an hour to an hour and a half without food or drink at the fuel control. So, and then we've got to go fast when we need to in the test. So it's pretty difficult, and you have to be fit coming into the event. So it doesn't take 1 week to be ready for this. It takes months for the team to arrive fit, strong, and fast, and the bike's reliable and work together. So yeah, it's not just one rider. It's many.
Even if a rider is on top form and at peak fitness, there's an ever-present risk of a retirement through mechanical failure. And although the competitors do have a team of mechanics behind them, regulations enforce the spirit of the event through a requirement for the riders to service their own machines. From a mechanical point of view, the ISDE is much more demanding even than a World Championship or European Championship race, simply because it's over 6 days. It's a completely different event, principally because the riders are obliged to do everything mechanical themselves. We prepare the bikes in advance of the competition to make sure they're 100%, and we supervise everything, but without touching the bike. We are allowed to do anything to do with the liquids, but the rider looks after everything else. We can give them the materials and relevant tools to help them take things apart. In terms of liquids, and for the sake of security, we're allowed to intervene, for example, changing brake fluid. As for the engine, we're allowed to check and fill cooling fluids and change the engine oil. The rider has to do pretty much everything, changing his tyres, repairing damage from crashes, changing his levers or handlebars, anything mechanical. For Chile, the key thing is the dust. Even if there is the slightest problem in that regard, you can have an engine failure. It is critical that in each control we change an air filter. It's the lifeblood of the bike. We also check the transmission. We make sure everything is flowing correctly, make any required setup adjustments. We do a radio check and ensure nothing is faulty on the bike. To conclude, the best thing about the 6 days is the rider having to protect both himself and the bike.